Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation life energy coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program. Reason why is because I've created myself during the last 9 years of coaching different people of different walks of life. And another very important reason is because no coach on earth, on planet earth, spends as much time as I do with my clients, with and on my clients. True story. I take great pride in really being meticulous in my coaching. I start with your history, from the childhood all the way up until today. I want to cover everything that you've lived up until today. And this is the reason I want to know your beliefs. I want to know the belief system with which you operate today in order for me to be able to help you. We process anything that needs to be processed, forgiveness, emotional trauma. I've had all sorts of cases in my coaching. You're not going to surprise me. And yes, I've handled delicate cases. However, parenthesis here, all that I ask is that you trust me for me to handle the coaching the way that I want to handle, because I have experience of 9 years and, like I said, different cases. And then and only then I proceed to teach you how to manifest, yes, magically and miraculously. I teach you everything that has worked thus far for me and many, many of my clients all around the world. And again, all that I ask is that you trust the process, is that you come prepared to work, and that you are respectful. If you want to be in my coaching, you need to pre-book. That's a must. I'm always getting booked every single day. You need to sign the coaching agreement and communicate with me with your earliest availability for our first session. Additionally, there are entry-level coaching packages that do not involve one-on-one interaction with me, such as Magic and Miracles audios, which is an excellent tool. It's basically like being coached by me with audio 3 times per week. And another one is the video school. It's a package that goes through the entirety of my coaching program. Again, having no interaction with me, however, having enormous amount of detail and instructions, what to do and what exercises to do and how to do it. So a lot of people have benefited from that already. Now, I wanted to thank everybody for showing up to my live on Saturday. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. Oh my God, I think it's one of the best lives that I've ever had, to be honest with you. And I don't know what YouTube is doing to my numbers lately, but it's kind of like up and down all around. I don't know what's happening, okay? A lot more people watch than it shows, and at some point it will catch up to it. This is the best live as per me, because I really said exactly what I wanted to say. And there are times when, I will say, oh, I wish I, went into this more. I wish I had that, explored that a little deeper. But this time I really did it. I came in swinging, as they say. And thank you to Kat V. Special thank you to Kat V with her wrench. I have to say, it was so blissful to just sit there and not be bombarded for the first time since March that it has been happening. March or April, actually, something like that, where we haven't been bombarded by these intruders we've never seen before. But anyway, wanted to really thank everybody who participated in the second encore with magic spells. A lot of people chose to be incognito and buy the tape, which is fine. But, going forward, I'd rather, you guys show up. You don't have to show your face. It's fine. You don't even have to speak, but just show up so that maybe, your presence there maybe evoke some kind of energy. Some questions may arise. Maybe you can ask a question, etc., etc. So your participation is very much, encouraged, but you don't have to, in other words. So maybe magic spells is a really, avant-garde topic in manifestation. But let me tell you something, but that nobody teaches it like I do. It's very practical, very direct. So parenthesis here, I mean, a lot of people have bought the tape, like I said, so you can still, it's still purchasable if you like. Now, this coming encore, I will be discussing how to rewrite your beliefs, how to change your belief system, essentially. So again, the package is on my website. It's the last one on the first page of my website. You can book that if you want to be a part of my encore. The class is an hour and a half. You know, I'll probably go over, which I have this time around, and I will literally give you instructions of how to rewrite your beliefs, and what to do, and how to do it. I have my own way. It's very delicate, very subtle, but very manageable, and thus it's something that stays, okay, that doesn't, you don't need to yo-yo, in other words, between beliefs. So that is available. So as a follow-up to the live, I wanted to offer this audio, and the title is Your SP's Return is a Foregone Conclusion. Okay. Or make your SP's return a foregone conclusion. And, the one thing personally that I wanted to drive home from the live is that when your mind shifts in this department, your manifestations will certainly shift. And, I've been on YouTube in October, it's going to be 2 years. So I'm getting to know a whole other different client. Before that, I was, coaching people off YouTube in the entertainment industry specifically. Some business people as well. But I had a different kind of setup, and it's a different kind of situation that I have with them. And so I'm getting to know people's needs on YouTube more and more. And it's just recently really kind of hitting me what I've started here and how really important this work is. And I want to really talk about what will shift this situation in your mind, about what actually needs to happen for you energetically, for you to not struggle in this department. It obviously helps that you have a coach, but I'm obviously also offering this as a free offering. I've never been stingy with my audience. Never have I ever. And I think the idea is this. Once you get inside, get it in your mind that this is actually quite simple. It is easy. It is easy. Even if everything in your body right now resists what I'm saying, understand that it is easy. For someone who's been, on both sides now of manifestation, no manifestation and manifestation, when something seems so difficult to you, it's usually a lie. It just usually means that in your mind, you haven't gotten yet the idea that no manifestation is just as valid as manifestation. And the only difference is what it is you're thinking about this person, this sum of money, how impossible you're making it for yourself. Basically, if you get it in your mind that it is inevitable that your SP will come back, that it has always been inevitable, that there were no obstacles other than your thinking, and this is 100% of the time that is the problem with the person, it's the thinking. It's you are making it impossible for you, basically put. And the reason it has never, not never, but up until now hasn't transpired and it hasn't happened is because you haven't stepped in your kind of universally approved shoes of a golden Buddha, okay? I keep referencing, I use this as a reference on purpose because if you imagine a golden Buddha, it lacks nothing. It's made of fucking gold and it's the center of the universe, like the sun that it shines, okay? Because of its being so magnanimous and so enormously magnetic, and it's just, have you ever seen a Buddha? It's always fucking laughing and it's happy. Okay, so if you are the golden Buddha, you are automatically adjusting the reality to your preference, even though what is happening right now is not saying that this is supposed to happen according to my plan. But if you are the golden Buddha, you're deciding that even this shit show right now somehow serves me. And it does if you choose it to. By stepping into your golden Buddha's shoes and deciding that it serves you, okay, and stepping into this role of a commander rather than the one that's being affected by the reality. You're now living your life on purpose, because let me tell you something, shit happens to everybody. It's just, are you going to let that shit control you, or are you going to control the shit? As the very, the main difference. We're all human, and I get it. You have emotions, and certainly we work through a lot of emotions in my coaching. But what I do ask, and parenthesis here, I wanted to insert this, when I spoke about the narcissistic channels, and I specifically said that I'm not a promoter in whining nonstop. This is not to say we do not process a ton of emotion. What I do, I demand in my coaching that you show up to work, meaning we'll discuss it up and down, we'll process it up and down. But at the end of the day, you're doing something about it. So observing a situation but doing nothing about it to change, for it to change, and suffering instead, is a fucking choice. It's still a choice. What can you do rather to help yourself in this moment rather than choosing victimhood? And that's what my coaching is all about. This is what I'm all about. It's okay that the shit show can happen, but now let's learn from the shit show. Let's readjust, and let's create a benevolent outcome, a magnificent outcome at that will inevitably serve you. Even this shit show situation right here, even the separation, even whatever kind of problem that you have. So the thinking will have then to change in order for the situation to morph. And if previously you've been thinking, there's no way that I can see my SP returning. They've said it to me like pretty much very clear. I don't want you, I want to be with somebody else. These are examples. Doesn't have to be your situation. And this is so vivid in my mind, I can't move on from it. Well, just like I said in my life, you have to abandon one story for another. And I really mean abandon, and does it happen right away? No, but gradually you can start offering yourself ever so kindly towards yourself a new fucking idea, a new opportunity to create something magical. It's as simple as that, the choice of a shit show or a blissful fairy tale. Just like that. And you can always, on any day, on any shit show day that you're maybe having today, you can choose the fairy tale and continue to choose a fairy tale on your fucking terms. And that will become reality just as well as the shit show became the shit show. And let's be real here, the shit show is there because of your thinking, okay? I hope that we can agree on that. When you're done giving away your power, it becomes a liberating concept of, I'm in charge, I don't need anybody to decide for me. And if I choose for it to be, in my world, in my story, a foregone fucking conclusion that my SP will return to me more in love with me than he or she has ever been with me, that they're going to propose to me, they're going to want to commit to me this time, I don't give a fuck what happened before. This is the beginning of my new story. Just like that, yes, I'm delusional enough to offer myself a brand new fabulous opportunity to live out my dream life. It's not so delusional until it becomes fucking real, and then you're living this story. So choose your kind of like options wisely over here. And here's the other situation. So we discussed the choice, and I spoke about it in live as well, and you'll be very wise towards it, just like I said. Here's the other idea that I think is a problem for a lot of people. And it's so subtle, but yet it's so important. Do you really want your SP? I have an audio about this on my channel, but do you really want them? Okay? Meaning, do you want them because you really love them, you desire them, or do you want them because you yourself don't have your life together and it seems like an escape that if this came true, all my problems would disappear? Another one, do you really want your SP because they've been so unkind towards you, you still feel the resentment, and in some cases you would be correct. I mean, in all cases you are correct, but that it's kind of like it went past that line of, no return. Quite frankly, in some cases, abuse, okay? And that, myself, this is where I draw the line. For myself personally, certainly, having gone through my experiences in the past, And for my coaching clients, quite frankly, I will tell them like it is. I'm always, just brutally honest, like this is abusive. Okay. And you understand that it was abusive, and deep inside, you don't really want that person. And this is, purely for you to decide. And or are you then simply not letting go of resentment, certain anger, certain, situations that you hold against them? So if that's you, if the last option is you, letting go of resentment, yes, can come in stages. But if you can get yourself to a sincere, a genuine feeling of love for this person has no choice but to come back. And I feel like a lot of people, like I said, are coming off of fear of being alone, let's just say, fear of missing out. Maybe again, not really being honest with themselves if they really want this person. Or is it their ego speaking? And it could be, listen, the variables are, all over the place. Just like I said in life, it could be many different things. But the idea is, do you really want them? Or do you say that you do? But underneath it all, you're playing some other kind of fucking record. And that record is playing out right here, right now, of the absence of this person. Because if you really love this person, if you really are radiating love towards them and nothing else, they're going to be attracted to you. You're going to magnetize them back into your life like 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to be a foregone conclusion. One-way love is just a fantasy, like Madonna said in her one of her songs. Which one was it again? Oh yeah, I Want You. That song is fucking powerful. She's always been such a wonderful lyricist. One-way love is just a fantasy. It doesn't exist. So if you are gaga for this somebody, if you're really in love with them, they're in love with you. Just understand that from the get-go. If you are holding resentment towards them, they're resenting something within you, even though whatever may not make any sense towards you right now, or think it's unfair how they treated you. They think it's unfair. Blah 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 blah. We can go on forever. The idea is getting on the frequency of, I forgive you, I let it go, I still have genuine feelings for you, and I really, really, really want you. Okay, now does it mean, that you don't want to change some things about this person? No, you can fine tune the version, blah, 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 etc., etc. You can make, even narcissists become empaths in my coaching of my clients, meaning I don't coach narcissists, like don't dream of it, okay? Some of them wandered into my coaching, here and there. I'm like, kind of gave me a pause, to be honest with you, because and here's another thing that I really wanted to mention. It's kind of like weaving itself beautifully into this audio, is that sometimes I feel like people misinterpret what I'm saying, and that only happens if you're kind of like evilly positioned. At no point do I encourage being unkind. I never encourage that. I always stress you have to be benevolent. So if you're one of those people listening and you think that I teach manipulation and, some kind of evil situation, no way. I work with the energies of the universe to get exactly what I want, hurting no one, but no one. And this is why, parenthesis here, not for nothing. This is a huge deal in my life, because there have been so many different, things like thrown my way, different assholes in my life that try to cause me problems. And I've talked about this. And because I've never, ever, ever hurt anybody, okay, never done anything on purpose, even though many times I could have, I just let the universe do it for me, because I have such a fucking bank account, metaphorically speaking, of good deeds and good karma and goodwill, that my manifestations and all the shit show people they just get their asses served over and over again in my reality. I just laugh at that. I can get irritated here and there, but this is what I, learned, that my universe protects me like you have no fucking idea. I'm convinced that I have an army of angels who are always doing shit on my behalf. So this is why, be always benevolent, because you will be, unfuckable with energetically. Temporarily somebody can do something to you, but on a whole, you have this pure vibration. You can create literal magic and miracles, despite what anybody else does. And it goes the same with love. You know, when you have genuine love, when you have this situation of, this is really important to me and I'm manifesting this person with love and I'm forgiving, not at the expense of myself, meaning I'm not condoning it. I'm not just letting it go because I'm swiping it under the carpet, but I'm trying to find something, that I can be compassionate about and understand in order to mend this relationship and maybe this person to come back, to apologize, to become a different version right in front of my eyes. This is possible only with love. With love for what? For this person. And I know, like, maybe somebody listening in right now, maybe it's not an SP, maybe it's somebody really difficult to love and this and that. But you have to find the good in everything. This is the only way you can overturn anything. You have to find the good and make it good right here, right now. This is awesome because tupa tupa tu. I'm in separation with my SP because I had to learn how to manifest. I am in separation with my SP because I had to learn and relearn how to love myself. You go with love. With love, you will always go places you will never be able to go on your own, because the energy of love, it's not just romantic. It's this like ever-present essence of angelic, universal energy. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, if you pause throughout your day, even for a couple of seconds, you notice the presence of this angelic essence of like, we're always here. Everything is always okay. Everything will be okay. Maybe not right this moment. It's not perfectly aligned, but we're behind you. I don't know about you, but I always feel it because I've had these dialogues with the other side, let's just say, the 5D, the invisible world, since I was a child. But this is your security of creating magic, being in love, operating from love, being guided by love, and therefore loving your SP before they apologize, loving the relationship before it manifests. And essentially, yes, being grateful, but love is on another fucking level, okay? And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And so don't put these barricades in front of you about how it cannot work. Put some really amazing thoughts in front of you, how it can work out and what can be instead, just for the sake of difference this time around, and entertain that instead. And with love and this magic that you will feel, this feedback from the universe, like we're behind you, we're together on this journey. You're not alone. You're going to manifest everything. Instead of feeling bad, crying in a corner, try to think that this is already a done deal, that this person, this guy or girl, they're done in. They're done in. They're yours. They've always been yours. The only one who needed to change their mind is you. And when you do, just the rest of the universe changes in front of you. It's like everybody's in on it, even though they have no idea what, is happening, let's just say, exactly with you. They're helping you. It's like 1,000 helpers around the universe. This one, that one, everything lines up. And this is just because you sent out a different message, a message of love, of acceptance of what happened and letting go of it, meaning I learned from it, I derived it wasn't a waste of time, okay, let's just say. And those of you who are waiting for their manifestations for years, stop waiting, okay? And start really stepping into this role, like I said, of a golden Buddha. And understand that even though you have waited, in parentheses, for such a long time in earth years, it can work out anyway. It just can. In the minute that you adopt a new thinking, a new energy, a new vibration. And keep in mind that your SP will feel the radical change within you when you stop being, let's just say, resentful, or start recalling all the old drama, trauma, panorama. When you replace that narrative with pure love, just, it's okay. I'm okay, you're okay, we're okay. kind of deal. Okay, and that's exactly what you feel for them day in and day out. They have no choice but to ring you up, to email you, to text you, whatever, send a smoke signal, reach out to you somehow, apologize, and do whatever you want them to do. I'm not exaggerating even one little bit in my audios when I'm telling you, you can literally create heaven on earth if you wanted to, out of your own thoughts and choices. And it truly doesn't matter how long it has been, or who is doing what, and blah blah blah. Your decision is golden. Your decision stands like an unfuckable with mountain Kilimanjaro or something like that. Like, how can you fuck with Kilimanjaro? Come on now. Like, please, bitch, please. When you treat yourself like this, another one of my metaphors is like the Central Park oak tree. Who can fuck with a fucking, 300-year-old oak tree? I don't actually know how old, maybe older. Okay, I have these oak trees, my favorite oak trees in Central Park. We walk around with my dog, and it's like, fuck, there's an energy in the air. It's like total unfuckableness. You know what I mean? It's just total, solid, quiet confidence. And that is the energy with which you operate your universe. And then, of course, your SP, it's a foregone conclusion. It's a foregone conclusion they're going to return. Duh, who else is going to make them happy like you? It's a foregone conclusion that they're dropping the third party. Okay, you've created them also, parenthesis here. It's a foregone conclusion you guys are going to get married, remarried, have children, whatever the fuck you want to do. It's a foregone conclusion just because you decided that. And that's the confidence and the real magnetism that I help my clients cultivate and bring them all around from, kind of losing sight who they really are. All that I'm doing is I'm showing you who you really are, that you've forgotten that you really are, and build on it and amplify it and really create this awareness within you that this is how you control your entire universe. Have this person, your SP, be completely all about you. They already are, parenthesis here, just like I said. All about you in the way that you want them to be. If before you assumed that they don't care about me, blah, 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 they want somebody else, all this jazz, understand this is what created the outcome you're living today. So it's only logical if you finally assume the control of the situation and become, sitting on the throne rather than putting them on the throne. You can literally turn the situation around within one night if you wanted to, within hours. I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie. In coaching, we'll really kind of like do a deep dive completely. I pick it all apart, your whole entire belief system, and put it back together, and you're a brand new person in 3 months with me, which I recommend 2 to 3 months, parenthesis here. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but anyway. Some cases more, it depends. However, it is possible if you start feeling differently, if you just entertain the idea, if nothing else, that things could be differently, and then your desire to make this a permanent situation so you don't yo-yo, just like I said in the beginning, then that power alone, at a distance, having not seen this person, blah, 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 will start creating a completely different outcome. And it will be something that you will enjoy like shifting through, because you yourself will become a different version of yourself, thus attracting a different outcome. And that's all the difference in the world. A change in energy, a change in perspective, a change in thinking is literally the change in destiny. And yes, you could achieve it in one night if you wanted to. But again, to cement this knowing, this belief system of yours, yeah, I would definitely recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me. So your problem tonight can quite frankly be that you haven't decided, that you haven't selected a parallel reality, that you haven't decided it could be a different outcome, that you haven't decided who you want to be and how you want things to be from here on. And that decision alone and your commitment and the mental discipline, quite frankly, that will take you there is what needs to be upheld throughout your journey. That I think goes without kind of like saying. Unfortunately, I am aware though that there are a lot of people promoting the easy fix out there. There is no fucking easy fix. So if you don't know, now you know. You have to work for it. However, doing it with somebody who's done it for such a long time and has gone through this herself, which is really important in my opinion, it definitely helps you to do it in a speedy time rather than suffering on your own. If you have any questions about my coaching, all the information is below. If you want to be part of the encore right after live on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the class is going to be at 4:30 on Saturday. You need to book. If you want to receive the tape, you can also book. But, like I said, I do encourage people to show up. You will learn a lot for sure. I mean, I give it to you straight, pure gold information to help you revolutionize your life. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.